Hey YouTube, it's Philip20. Check this out. I'm going to go ahead and give you a heads up what I'm doing today. I've got some of it put together. It's not finished. I got everything just about ready. What I'm doing now is I'm seeing if I can heat up this coil. This is the first sunny day. This is the inside part. Let me go ahead and explain it to you. This right here is a water reservoir. It didn't cost me anything. It's a cooler. You could say, why do you need a cooler and why do you have water in it and what's with all the plastic hose in there? Well, this is vinyl tubing. Had a bunch of it, so figured I'd use it. Ain't no hurt. It doesn't hurt anything to put it in there. What it's going to do for me is absorb the heat into the water. And I'm wanting to heat the water with the coil that's outside. This is the supply line that comes from the coil outside, and it goes through all this tubing, and then it comes back up here to this coil here. Goes in this pipe right here, and it goes in, it spreads out through this entire evaporator coil. After it's done traveling there, it goes up here. So this is the exit. This is after everything's been cooled off, and then it's going to go to our reserve. Here's our pump right here, but this tube here, it goes into our reserve water tank. I put it up high because I don't want water flowing back down. This valve, there's a valve inside of this pump. It's got a check valve in it, which is good. I'm tickled to death to see that. So right here is got a check valve in the pump, and then I've got the pump. There's a black line here. This vinyl tubing collapses when I put it on this side, so I put it straight into the pump, and it's submerged right here. You probably can't see it, but it's submerged underneath the fluid right here. You can see the fluid line is right here, and then the hose is below the fluid line. Why did I not fill it up? Because water expands when it gets hot. So that'll give me a half a gallon of room to go up. Now, just to throw this in here, I want you to see how cold this is. This in my hand, this yellow wire, that yellow wire right there is a thermocouple. It's designed to detect temperature accurately. And I got it stuck inside this water. So I want it to be near the top but not touching the hoses. But it has to be submerged. So that's my meter going off. I'm going to show you that now. So we had to get this thing underwater. You can see on the gauge it says 30.9. So 30.9 degrees Fahrenheit. Not sure what that is in Celsius, but it's cold. It's below freezing. I think it's like -1 in Celsius. It's not frozen, but you know, last night that temperature was at 60 degrees. I let the pump run on a pulsating, very, very low speed last night, and it ran all night, and that water got cold. So, in theory, if that coil outside gets hot, this water should get hot. Once the water gets hot, we'll be able to absorb that heat into this pipe at nighttime, into this coil here. Yeah, I don't have any hose clamps on it. I got some right here, just being lazy. But it'll absorb the heat in here and heat my garage. So when my wife gets off work, it should be nice and warm in the garage. So what I also done on the top of this is I insulated it. I didn't have to. It's not really something that had to be done. But I did it because it's a good protectant. So when something falls on it, it's just gonna bounce off of it. It's not gonna tear it up, you know. Because that coil, if you penetrate it, it's gonna leak. Now I gotta drain all the fluid and everything else. So it looks like a catastrophe right now, and I apologize. It just now got complete to where I can pump water through it. Now, you said I'm gonna blow a fan on it. I got a fan right here. This fan is a 12-volt fan. It'll run off of batteries, or it'll run off of a 12-volt adapter. I got the adapter to the right side of me. But just for demonstration purposes, we're going to find out if this thing even works. If I'm going to cut that adapter off and connect it to my solar system. I got to run wires from all my solar equipment over here, my 12-volt solar system. Here it is this morning. It's struggling to survive. These batteries are killed. I'm doing everything I can to keep these batteries going. I had to charge them this morning. I'm putting a 40 amp charge on them. And so what I was trying to say is we're going to put our wire over there. We got to put our wire from over here to over there. So it's a 12-volt system that I've got right here. I'm going to run it over there. You know, all I needed is a 2.5 amp, 2.5 amp draw for the pump, and that'll do it. Okay, YouTube. I'm outside on the back side of the house. My solar panels are above me on the roof. My heat pump's right here, and I got this little black panel. This is the reason why I started this project. When I put this panel together, I had 176 degrees. It's got plexiglass on the outside. It's got 2 pieces of fiberglass, real thin sheets on the inside. I painted the fiberglass sheets on the inside black. And I felt like it was a good investment to build one of these. I'm not finished with the water system yet, but I'm close enough to where I can run it and see how it works. Now I plan on getting some kind of a plexiglass over the front, but I haven't used plexiglass yet. So what did I use? I used some of your window plastic. This window plastic is designed to shrink whenever it gets hot. It hasn't gotten hot yet. In theory, it's cold outside. I'll show you the temperature. If you look, it's 14 degrees on the ground. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The whole thing itself is hot. I'm sorry if I can't hold it straight. The inside of it's warm. It's warmer than outside. You see the red spot on the inside of the camera? And the blue spot's where it's 16 degrees. My apologies, 14. It's 14 outside. And then if I get a good look at it, we got 23 degrees inside the plastic. You can see where it's red. So yeah, it's really cold outside. Right? It's not a good looking job yet. I got some concrete pads I need to get. I'm going to put some more dirt underneath this, level it out a little bit higher. I might even put this whole thing on the roof. It just depends. But it's cold outside, man. I'm freezing. My fingers are numb. And I'm just going to let you take a look at what I've done. You've seen that the temperature is higher on the inside and it's not sun shining yet. So you see I got these lines, these water lines. They just pump water through up here, and it goes all the way inside. I've duct taped around it, you know, just trying to get something to see if it'll work, because I don't want to go and spend $100 on glass if it's not going to work. This plastic will do just sufficient for right now. I mean, I spent $7 on plastic, $100 on glass, you know. It's kind of a no-brainer. If it doesn't work now, it won't work later. So I wrap the plastic all the way around the whole thing. It's not really that good tied up or nothing. But now we're starting to see a little bit of sunshine on it. Now I didn't bend any of the fins down on purpose. These fins was bent when during the process of flattening the coil. There's nothing I could do about that. But I might bend them all over, depending on the temperatures that I get in that spot. You know, they'll be like a quarter or half a degree higher. Then I'm going to bend them the whole thing. But right now, my hands are cold. I want to go inside, and I'm going to show you the temperature of this one. I mean, it's just got a hole on both sides. You can see there's a hole there, and there's a hole at the bottom. There's nothing special. You can see the mat that I put in there, the black mat. I spray painted the top of it. You see no reason to spray paint the back. But you can see the water system's come a long ways. It's you know, the temperature inside there is warmer, even while the sun wasn't on it, and it's early in the morning. So basically, we're going to see how far we can go with this. I want to see what we can do and how I can improve stuff. So, thanks you two for watching this. We got some more. If you got any questions, ask them. If you need any help, anything I can do to help with your projects, just ask. I'm the kind of do-it-myself guy, and I like to be that way. So, this is Phil 20, signing out with Guns, Games, and Racing.